The Who Win of the Week this week is 100 tiny Owen Wilsons versus 1 regular-sized Vince Vaughn.
Very tiny Owen Wilson.
Very tiny.
Tiny like him and what did I say?
Museum.
Him and Night at the Museum. Like little
3
Army men size.
Army men size. Yeah, so that's like an
Owen
inch
Wilson.
tall.
Inch and a half.
Inch and a half. Yeah, we'll give him an inch and a half.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing.
100 of them.
100?
How many is that? What's 100 inches? I'll do a calculator right now.
Dog, what's 100 inches?
In like feet. I need to look up the.
60 inches is 5 feet. So it's
oh my
8
God.
feet.
Okay, so hang on now.
Right?
I'm gonna do the calculations and I'll look up how tall Vince Vaughn is because Vince Vaughn is a tall drink of water. He's a tall drink of
it's 8
pomade.
feet. Am I right? Just
I don't know,
over 8
dude.
feet.
I'm looking up the Vince
because
Vaughn
then 3 times 12 is 36.
Don't do my math for me.
So you're at 96. There you go.
Don't do my math
so
for
it's
me.
it's 8 feet 4 inches. I just did.
Well, that remains to be seen.
No, that's factual.
No, well, we're gonna wait and see on that. You know what? I did that classic thing that I used to do. I typed in Vince Vaughn and said, Vince Vaughn's actually only 6'5". I thought he was taller than that.
That's a big dude. That's tall.
I know it's tall, but I thought he was like 6'7". But I guess that's like the smallest NBA player, so that's on me. Don't. If you're pulling out the calculator right now, I'm gonna be furious at you.
I'm not. I already did the math.
Because I'm pulling up my calculator and I need to know.
I've already figured it out.
1.5 times 100 divided by 12. What did you say it was?
8 feet 4 inches. What is it?
12 feet 5 inches. 12 and a half feet.
5 feet is 60 inches.
Oh, fuck, I'm a moron. Hang on.
Add 3 more feet to that, you're at 96 inches. That makes 8 feet. And then you're 4 inches off of 100.
Look, I'm not a math guy.
Andy, do this. What's 8 times 12? It's 96.
I'll take your word for it.
96 is 4 less than 100. So you got 8 feet.
What's 9 times
4
12?
Inches. 108. You know how to do this. When you're multiplying something by 12, it's plus 1 minus 1.
Plus 1 minus 1?
That's not true.
Oh, it's a plus 1 minus 1.
That's not true.
It's a plus 1 minus 1.
That's not true. But
That's
it gets
like
like that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay. So it's what, 8.5 feet?
8 feet 4 inches.
Okay, so 8 feet 4 inches. So that's pretty tall. But the thing is, even if they all stacked on top of each other, they'd be so. I mean, that's so. That's not.
You're one swipe
It's
left.
not sustainable.
So
yeah.
here's what they would have to do. I've thought about this. It's like it's kind of like, so they'd all have to swarm his feet, knowing that some of them would get stomped out.
A lot of them, I think. I think you'd lose a lot. I honestly
but you have
think
to be a little bit of
100
spread out. You have to be a little spread out. Oh, 100.
Well, you get them on all sides, but I really.
It's only taken up like this.
Yeah, I really think 100 small Owen Wilsons is less than you think.
But here's what I'm saying. If you're a little bit spread out,
for my own
if you're a little bit spread out so that 1 foot stomp isn't crushing all of you, when you're going to lose a few good soldiers.
It's a Normandy
when that
Beach
foot
situation.
comes down.
Yeah.
But then the goal is to get as many people on the feet and climbing up the legs as possible. Because then you're an ants in the pants type scenario.
Yeah.
And if you're a little Owen Wilson, like you're picking at, on your way up, you're picking at leg hairs and then you're getting, like, to me, the biggest part of this fight is going to be the grundle.
Yeah.
Can Vince Vaughn protect his grundle?
I just don't see it happening. The thing is, if you're 100 tiny Owen Wilsons
because then
and
you
you're
get up
that
in the
desperate,
face and you're clawing at eyes.
That's what I
you're
mean.
Climbing in his hoop.
If you're
you're doing, they're not fighting clean.
If you are 100 tiny Owen Wilsons and you're that desperate, you do, I think, in the pre-battle plan, realize that your best shot at winning is for some of you to go into Vince Vaughn's butt.
Yeah.
And that is a difficult burden to bear for 100.
And then the rest of them, then you start going at the face.
Yeah.
You start climbing in the ears, stabbing at the eyes, in the nose.
So they're crawling up. But how quick would they actually be able to make it up the legs? Because if they have to start on the ground and build up the legs,
they can
obviously
move pretty
Vaughn. But once they start to crawl, and Vince Vaughn 6'5", long legs, so it's a bit of a climb to get
but
to the
legs are
butthole
but the legs are the safest spot because you get up inside the jeans. So you're
Is
not
it a safer
exposed.
spot or is it a trap? Because once Vince Vaughn has stomped you guys, then he's wiping his legs. He's wiping his legs.
Yeah, but you know that's not effective. Imagine if you had think of it like this: and ants are smaller than Owen Wilson's.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had 100 ants crawling up your legs. You wouldn't be able to get them all out with one clean sweep.
No, that's true. But I
they're
think
squeezing
it's
in
because
between
they're
cracks
smaller.
and stuff. No, I think this is still going to work primarily the same.
Here's a question. This is going to factor in to my idea of what you're saying here. What do you think Vince Vaughn's leg hair situation is?
Oh, he's got hairy legs.
I think so too.
Yeah.
So that's going to help the fellas stay aloft.
And so here's the other thing too: is once, let's say I'm going to put this number out there. You might disagree. I think 80%, so 80 Owen Wilsons are making it onto Vince Vaughn's body. I think 20% are getting taken out by the smush. You got to be spread. So with those numbers in mind, because I'm trying to think of it. Okay, so if you're Vince Vaughn, the stomp, only gets so far. Then what's your next point of attack? To me, it's maybe knowing Vince Vaughn from a character perspective, I think he stopped, dropping, and rolling, and I think that's a big mistake. Because then you took your horizontal advantage out of it,
Right.
and now you're just a little vertical molehill for these 100 Owen Wilsons. And Owen Wilson is inherently scrappy.
And he's no fool. So I think there's even a situation, honestly, where the 100 Owen Wilsons go in planning to bring Vince Vaughn down, and they Empire Strikes Back, tie his legs up, and he trips. So then you're absolutely right. So then once Vince Vaughn's height advantage is down,
I didn't think
what
about
other
that.
advantage does he really have against 100 Owen Wilsons?
Vince Vaughn, yeah, he's a.
I mean, if you're talking scrappy, you got to give that credit to him as well.
Yeah, and listen, I'm saying this. There's two films specifically in my mind for both of these guys. It's Wedding Crashers and it's
The Internship.
Yes.
Yeah.
How'd you know that?
Because I know everything, Matthew. I'm a genius.
So those are the two movies that I'm considering these, their personalities, in this fight. 100 mini Owen Wilsons. So here's my as much as it may be uncomfortable, how much damage can the Owen Wilsons really cause before? Because ultimately Vince Vaughn will be able to, if they weren't going for kill shots, Vince Vaughn would ultimately be able to eventually get rid of all 100 Owen Wilsons. The question is, can the Owen Wilsons inflict enough damage on Vince Vaughn before Vince Vaughn can remove all the Owen Wilsons? And that's what I struggle with, because, here's the other thing I would do, for a little self-sacrifice, I almost think you have to go, you belly flop it. If you're Vince Vaughn, just straight on the ground, just flop, just fall, flop, and then maybe do your roll, because that thud is going to shake a lot of even mini Owen Wilsons that are ingrained in hair, whether it be body or head hair, are going to get shaken loose by the the force of that thud.
No, dude, to your point about the Owens having to sacrifice a few of them early on to the stomp, Vince Vaughn, I think, would have to sacrifice a little bit of his well-being in order to get the Owens kind of right where he wants them.
Well, that's what I mean, and I don't even know if it's so much well-being. I think it's more so discomfort. Because, again, what kind of damage are they truly inflicting? That's.
I mean, biting and stuff. They could really take out a lot of them.
Little.
Yeah, but it's a human strength bite of that size. It's gonna tear your
it's gonna
ass
be
up.
It's gonna
be
bee,
worse. It's gonna be worse
bite.
than that.
No, you ever been bit by a bumble?
I've never really been bumblebit, but the Wilson, the pressure of the human bite scaled down to small, it's gonna be worse than.
Dude, you gotta get
insect
bit by a
bite.
bumble. It hurts.
I'm not getting bumblebit anytime soon.
It's gonna be a painful bug bite, is what it is. But again, in a situation of survival, you can deal with.
I think it's worse. They're breaking
you
skin.
can, bro, dog.
Yes, they are.
So are bug bites, dude. Even a sting. A sting's breaking skin.
But I'm saying like a big.
Their
Like
mouths
it's not
are
gonna
little
be like
though.
a mosquito bite. Yeah, I know, but it's
I know it's not gonna be a
take
mosquito bite. It's gonna be like a painful bug bite.
But I'm saying it's not gonna be like a bump. Is gonna when you look after it. I have to say it's gonna be like a cut, like a gash.
Yeah, mini little. Yeah, no, but it's still little. But that's technically what that
I guess
is
so,
too.
but I'm saying like they're going deeper, I guess, than a sting or something like that.
How though? Their teeth
I'm
aren't.
just saying. I don't know about deeper, but I'm saying like if you get stung by a bee, obviously you have the stinger penetrating the skin, but
If you get bit
you
by
get
a
like
bug,
but you get like a welt, right? It's like a bump.
but the
It's
reason
not
you
like
get
a.
the,
It's
but
not
the
like
reason you
you're
get the
bleeding,
welt,
and you're
No,
gonna
you
bleed
bleed
from the
sometimes.
Wilson bites. But I'm saying
because the reason is because the stinger puts the poison in there. That's what the welt is from.
right.
But if you take like you got to get bit by. You have to get bit by a bumble to understand what's happening here.
No, I'm not getting bumblebee.
You got to get bit by a bee.
I'm not getting bit by a bumble
I think it
or
would be
a
the same
bee.
as getting bit by a bee. And
I think you'd
I'm
bleed
not
a lot
saying
more.
it's
I
gonna-
think it'd be worse.
I think that it's going to be painful. It's going to be uncomfortably painful. And there will be blood. But an Owen Wilson bite isn't going to cause you to bleed out.
About 100 of them.
No. Still not causing you to bleed out. I'm taking Vince Vaughn in this fight.
I am as well. I am
Really?
actually as well. Yeah. So like talking through it, I think that the Owen Wilsons are not going to stop, but I do think that Vince Vaughn's size is really going to. I mean, they're because the Owen Wilsons, they're not armed with anything but their teeth, their nails, and gumption. And
Their good looks and blonde hair
even
and their
if they
southern draw.
even if they get into the butthole, like there's stomach acids and things.
Yeah,
that are
no,
gonna
you're
be able
gonna
to take
die
them
in
out.
there.
Like, yeah, they can't survive. I think long enough to take out Vince Vaughn before he takes all of them out.
Yeah, I'm taking
And I think
Vince
he might
Vaughn.
even leave one alive. Like tell your.
Shit it out a
Yeah,
few days
tell-
later.
No, I'm saying like tell your
Tell the
children
rest-
what happened
yeah,
here.
tell the rest of
of the
the
tiny
mini
Owen
Owen
Wilsons that they should not try this again.
I'm taking Vince Vaughn.
I'm taking Vince Vaughn as well.
Lock that in on and vote on that on Instagram on Friday. Who would win of the week? Regular size Vince Vaughn versus 100 tiny Owen Wilsons.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I would have liked to see maybe we should have made it 1,000 tiny Owen Wilsons.
Oh
That
my
seems
God,
like too many though.
Well, we could have found a good middle ground, but 100
Yeah.
is such a wonderful number. I think it was a solid spot for this fight.